Welcome back, YouTubers, to our Tuesday night Smackdown review. Of course, the Smackdown was live this week, and yeah, we're the British Fist, consisting of Mr. Parkin and the guy that, well, you guys should all know by now. You should know his gimmick. It's none other than MJ.
What's up?
Exactly, timing well done. Subscribe above, like this video, and comment your thoughts on this live Super Smackdown down in that comment section below.
And make sure you contact us in the link in the box below.
Yes, this was the blast from the past Smackdown, wasn't it, NJ? We had a lot of legends there today, but before we go into this show, just want to make a special note to everyone out there. Tomorrow we will be uploading a video talking about whether we feel Rock winning at WrestleMania was the right decision. It was what we thought was a very good discussion video, so I do recommend you tune in for that one tomorrow. It should be pretty good. I had a lot of fun doing that one.
It should be very good because obviously, yes, we've gone past Mania now, but it's still a big thing for the WWE and the future of this year, so it's worth checking out.
Speaking of that, we got the blast from the past Smackdown. Should we get straight into it? Yeah. I think the first thing I want to say about this is, in my opinion, kind of like other live Smackdowns, this wasn't exactly promoted very well, was it? Yes, it had a nice theme to it. Blast from the past, kind of like old school. I always look forward to those kind of things, as you know, I'm an old school fan at heart. And, you know, it wasn't promoted that well, in my opinion, just on Raw. It's kind of a bit disappointing, really. I thought they'd promote it a little bit more if they knew they were going to have it.
Well, it's Raw getting, obviously, the big draw and stuff at the moment. SmackDown needs up its game somehow, so I guess a 1 week Blast from the Past is going to give it some eyes, but just maybe not the long term.
No, indeed. It's all about the legends, isn't it? We start off the show with Mean Gene Okerlund in the ring. Special guest, Sheamus, because we know how slow Mean Gene likes to talk. Very slow and deliberate, Mean Gene, isn't he? And we get Sheamus in the ring. It makes sense to open up with Sheamus. He's the World Heavyweight Champion. So he comes in talking about what happened last week. He didn't respect the code and is letting people down. And there's no excuse for his actions. And apologises to the referee and all the people out in the world. And I must say, Sheamus, I accept your apology, mate.
Yeah, for you to come out with and apologise, yeah, it's showing your face stuff, but again, you've been showing signs of being heel, getting your frustration out, so I don't think you really needed to apologise. I don't think you did.
Well, to be honest, we got a classic heel coming out afterwards. Johnny Ace interrupts and asks Sheamus, you gotta apologise again, Sheamus. You gotta apologise to the people, you gotta apologise to everyone, apologise to the officials, and most importantly, apologise to MJ.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. I want to apologise to me, yeah. And I don't know, like, in the past, we've seen how he tries to get people to do what he wants, like Teddy Long, and it always, instead of doing what the other person says, it always comes back to him getting the upper hand over the person that he's in an interview with, so this doesn't really work out.
I mean, he is the heel GM, I suppose it's mandatory that he has problems with both the babyface champions of Raw and SmackDown right now, and basically get this thing where he says that if Sheamus touches the referee again, he'll be fired, but he's going to get a fine of 500 grand. 500 fucking grand. That's how much we're going to earn in a lifetime.
Oh, it is. But all this fine stuff or things like this, from the past when they used to attack referees and that was just the sake of it, fun, entertainment, now they're doing all this fine stuff. Oh my gosh, poor ref. Nah, who cares?
Just think, in ROH, if you hit someone with a chair, that's a 5 grand fine. 1,000 times more. Anyway, forget that. Basically, it seems like Johnny Ace has a massive problem with both CM Punk, John Cena, and Sheamus, three of the biggest baby faces in WWE. Did you really, you kind of expect that from Johnny Ace, I guess, being the heel GM? It was an okay opener, in my opinion.
It was okay, yeah.
And then after that, we get what we thought was the best segment of the night by quite a long time. We get a footage of Orton and his dad backstage. And we get the match, Randy Orton versus Mark Henry. And I think you called it, didn't you? You said that something was going to happen with Kane and his dad. And I must admit, I'll give you credit to that one because I didn't think of it. But you called it.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to see Cowboy Bob Orton. We've seen him in the past, but it's good to see him back, especially with his son, who's not as high as he used to be, sadly. But we see this, I was thinking, okay, they've got him. They're not just going to give him a shoot backstage segment. There's going to be more to him, give him his moment, and he definitely got his moment in this match.
The match itself went about 10 minutes, including quite a long advert. The match itself was generally pretty good. I think what this was designed to do was to make Mark Henry look dominant going into his match with CM Punk next week, while also trying to help this storyline between Kane and Orton continue. And I think this segment did it very well. You had, you notice how also Henry lately has been booked very well, isn't he? And I'm liking this booking of Henry after all that squashing he's been doing.
Well, we did like Henry's book in the past, when he booked this really strong heel, really strong champion. Yeah, it went downhill for a temporary basis, but now it's coming back up. We believe in Mark Henry. Yes, the WWE have other ideas for World Heavyweight Championship, but I really look forward to him continue building up back to be the monster heel again.
Indeed, and basically we get this backstage segment where Kane basically has Orton's dad beat up, and Randy Orton goes running backstage, and Kane's a bit of a comedian now, isn't he?
Oh yes, this was pure sort of Piercing Titantron, the whole red effect. And Orton's like, "No, my father, no, no!" And he runs out. I don't really know what happened to the match, but he runs out, goes backstage, whacks Orton all the way down, and then he says something like,
family reunions.
Yeah, I just thought that was pure awesome. Kane, I love. Kane, wanted to see. Well done. Really loved it.
It was the best segment of the night, wasn't it? In terms of the way they did it and how it helped the storyline, it was the best segment of the night. Next, we had a squash match. Benny Kamer comes out and cuts a little promo. And then Ryback comes out, and apparently this guy, Vincent McMahon loves this guy, so you kind of get the feeling that when Vincent McMahon loves him, kind of like Brock Lesnar did in 2002, he's going to get a big push, don't you? Yeah,
the reaction's still not quite there, but obviously with him still being a fan of Mr. McMahon's, he's going to gradually get the push to be hopefully in the main event. But at the moment, just the reaction's still not there.
That less mentioning squash match was what made this segment awesome. We'll move on, shall we? Just a traditional squash match to try and get Ryback, make him look strong against the local wrestler.
And they had the whole thing they did last week.
Oh, yeah, the legends.
All wrestlers backstage watching the match, clapping, all this stuff. So it was pretty much the same as last week. Same kind of match, same kind of win, and just made him look dominant.
I got my money on that big guy right there. That was some good stuff. Basically, next we get a tag team match. Oh god, Heath Slater and Tyson Kidd, the tag team they just plucked out of thin air.
Yeah, we have Tyson Kidd. One man rock band.
You know why he's called the one man rock band, don't you? Because he's the only one that fucking cares about himself. Who gives a shit about Heath Slater? And one thing I want to know, they brought back Jimmy Hart, and I can understand doing that for Tyson Kidd. But why is Jimmy Hart wasting his time with guys like Heath Slater? They had a tag match against the Usos, and you had Mick Foley on commentary. So there was 4 people on commentary, and Mick Foley was there just to provide a distraction for Jimmy Hart to run out the ring to allow the Usos to get the victory. Okay. There we go. And I do wonder if like the Usos are going to get a tag title shot at a pay-per-view at some point, maybe?
I'm glad Slater lost, because obviously Justin Gable was a much better partner. Because of his injury, he just weren't here. And you said like Usos going to tag shot. I think it's going to go towards more Santino and Clay eventually. But this, again, it was just, I don't know what this accomplished.
I guess this was back to the Blast from the Past. We get Foley giving Socko to Jimmy Hart, so one legend sockoing another legend, and don't choke yourself, NJ. Right, one thing we do want to mention here, this is something that someone on our Twitter picked out. Not sure who it was, sorry we can't name names here, but basically, we found out that Dean Ambrose, yes that's right, FCW's own Dean Ambrose was trending worldwide tonight, #1. WWE, Vincent McMahon, time to get this guy on TV. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he won't trend #1 for long, but he still got there, so that is showing something that fans are interested in wanting to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing it eventually come to light in Smackdown.
Wonder how many more times I'm going to say I'm just saying in this review, NJ.
I'm just saying, Dan.
And I wonder if anyone else gets bets on me to how many times I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Dan.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm just saying too, NJ.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Well, we're both just saying. That doesn't count. Then, as our main event, we get Piper's Picks with none other than Rowdy Piper, with none other than Daniel Bryan. And I must say, before we go into the segment, NJ, with AJ being single, I think I now must sort of pose myself out to her to really show her what kind of a man I am. Well, firstly, I tell you what, NJ, why don't you describe what kind of man I am?
Well, with this thing, Daniel Bryan, as we've seen, he's not anything special, nothing great. He lost in 18 seconds, yeah. Dan, he would put on an awesome match. He would definitely get AJ thinking, gosh, that's the man I want to be with. It was just pure awesome, more than 18 seconds. Proved that he's a great wrestler. Proved he's a great man, unlike Daniel Bryan, who couldn't do it very well.
Yeah. Also, not to mention, I've got a nice snappy haircut, and I've got some big biceps, and I've got chest hair as well. So, AJ, if you like chest hair and a bit of a beard, we know you love a beard. I'm your man. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get into this segment. We're kind of wasting time here. Basically, you get Roddy Piper coming out, introducing Daniel Bryan to Piper's Pit. Talking about Daniel Bryan blaming his loss on his girlfriend, and Daniel Bryan had his new Yes, Yes, Yes t-shirt on as well, didn't he? And we get the announcement from Daniel Bryan coming out that he's going to be facing Sheamus in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Extreme Rules. Now, this to me is a good thing because obviously we saw him at 18 seconds of WrestleMania. This is obviously going to be a longer match. So I think this is a good way to sort of have their rematch at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match because we haven't seen in a while. But bye, Del Rio. Thanks for having some part in SmackDown. Bye.
SmackDown's top heel. I don't think so, brother.
No.
And then you get Roddy Piper bringing out AJ, and basically she's there saying, I want to get back together with Daniel Bryan. No, you want to get back together with me. You want to go out with me, AJ. I'm the wrong Daniel. Daniel Parkin, not Daniel Bryan. Come on.
Thinking about this, it went on for quite a while. AJ trying to get back with Daniel. Roddy Piper trying to keep them apart. And Daniel Bryan just did not care. He's like, I don't care. I just want to go for the belt now, and that's it. So, I don't know. This segment was... Yes, it's Roddy Piper. Taking nothing away from him, but this segment... I didn't feel it. It was just pretty pointless.
Why is Roddy Piper going after my girl? I know the guy's a legend, but for fuck's sake, he's too old for her. I am 22 years old in the peak of physical condition. And yet, Roddy Piper goes after my girl. I'm ashamed of you, Roddy Piper. I should be kissing her hand. But anyway, yeah, the segment did drag on a little bit, didn't it? And no yes chance this week on Raw or SmackDown. Really, they kind of died down a little bit, as you predicted.
Yeah, I just thought of the Miami things. The Miami crowd, they all have their favourite, their own idea. They're always big, so it's a big place. Then when they go to other places, things will go back to normal, and Daniel Bryan will look exactly how he's always looked.
Yeah, and Bryan slaps Piper to end the segment. So yay, heel heat for Daniel Bryan. Woo! And speaking of filler, we get Great Khali, Alicia Fox, and Natalya versus Drew McIntyre and the Bellas. With the news that the Bellas are going to get fired, was it really any surprise they got jobbed out here?
And Drew McIntyre just left the ring and left the match.
But if you were Drew McIntyre, you would have done the same thing. I would have said, fuck this is bullshit, I should be deserving in better spots, fuck this, I'm going.
If I was Drew McIntyre, I would have proved I'm a great wrestler and taken down Khali and just won the match for the heels, but the whole thing sucked.
You get Alicia Fox gets the quick win on one of the Bellas, and then you have Mae Young coming out and kissing Great Khali.
She kicked him down to her level and kissed him. Oh wow, Kiss Cam's back.
What was better, this or Kiss Cam? Shall we move on? A highlight of the night for me was seeing another promo from Mr. Damien Sandow talking about Twitter and how people are using Twitter and the 140 characters instead of reading novels to expand their knowledge. And it's funny as we sit there because he's going on about Twitter, yet he has Twitter and it's in his name on the screen. Oh my god, what a fail.
This is... Well, the way I look at this is like, yes, the whole actor thing, I'm still not buying to it. I'm not going to go from wrestling in FCW and back into this, but it's so actor gimmick. I'm thinking, I'll just get to where we need to see you, which is wrestling, show us what you've got, but I guess this whole Twitter thing, plugging WWE's Twitter stuff, and, well, yeah.
Hopefully we'll see something from him soon in the ring, that's all I'll say, because I do know the guy is very good in ring. As you know, I watch FCW, so there we go. After that, we got a Raw Rebound video package of Cena Lesnar feud on Raw, which we just saw last night. We'll move on.
Yes.
Hunico got fed to Hacksaw Jim Duggan tonight, didn't he, Angel?
Yeah, look at this straight away, and one question. Where's Hunico been? Number 2, the match didn't go anywhere because out comes Sergeant Slaughter, and this match has got really messed up.
Hunico hasn't been on TV, and the one time he gets on TV, he basically gets his ass kicked by Hacksaw and Jim Duggan. I'll say this though, the crowd are fucking enjoying it. It was kind of funny, I guess.
One thing.
Indeed. Anyway, we'll move on. We next had a Cody Rhodes promo. Cody Rhodes comes out saying that it's all about the legends are a waste of time and we should be focusing on the future. And the guy has got a new t-shirt, and what a t-shirt that is. I think I might try and get that t-shirt.
It is very good, and yes, he didn't come out in his cloak and that, he just came out in his shirt, but he's promoting his shirt, showing the fans how great it looks and worth getting. The people will look on www.shop.com and buy it.
Indeed, and to be honest with you, I didn't like that cloak anyway, so I'm gonna have to see. Do you think the shirt would look good on me? I don't know, I think I'll see the shirt. Resemblance. Yeah, definitely so. And basically, you get Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' father, coming out, putting over Cody big. And then out comes the Big Show doing his best Dusty Rhodes impression, baby! And he shows the dashing tip segment that he did 2 years ago, baby! And that was so funny. It's just, remember what Cody Rhodes used to be like? That's why I never used to like him. The dashing tip segments.
And his
embarrassing.
Dusty Rhodes was like... Dusty Rhodes...
Dusty Rhodes is going like this.
Well, before that, he was just staring at Cody Rhodes thinking, no.
Dusty Rhodes, baby!
But the thing I love this is, yes, Big Show part, but Dusty Rhodes is dancing.
Yeah.
He got entertained on mic. I really enjoyed this. It's just, obviously, this really didn't feel strong enough for Big Show and Cody Rhodes' direction.
I imagine they will get a rematch at Extreme Rules. So, yeah. I mean, it was a decent storyline advancement. It just, the segment didn't feel as strongly, in my opinion, as it really should have been with Cody Rhodes in it. But there we go. We're going to get to our main event of the evening. Announced earlier on in the night, Sheamus and Mean Gene Okerlund versus Alberto Del Rio and Daniel Bryan. And we get Howard Finkel introducing Mean Gene and Sheamus, which is a nice touch. I do like seeing Howard Finkel announcing the people in the ring.
Yeah, good. And then I like he was using for the main event, but for an old flashback thing, he should have done the whole night, just gave us that feeling again. But instead of just a main event thing, he should have done it for the whole night. But it was good to see him again. I'm not going to say anything wrong about that. Yeah,
the match itself was it was very short, and Legends Rebel, they all came out at the aid of Mean Gene, didn't they? You talk about a blast from the past. You got it in this main event.
It was a pretty good round-up ending, bringing all the legends and that, bringing them back into one thing. But this match really did not feel like a strong main event. The only thing that I'll give it direction for is that they did give Sheamus the win by bro kicking Daniel Bryan when he turned around after Piper got in his face. So I give that the good direction. But then instead of just ending there, they went on for another bit, going on for a bit longer.
They beat up Ricardo Rodriguez. I feel sorry for the guy. He'll make it in WWE someday. And then they beat on Michael Cole afterwards. But one thing I will say is here, you've got Sheamus in the ring with all these legends saying, you know, he's the man and everything. So you did a good job here of putting him over as this sort of big deal with that he's in the ring with all the legends by himself. I did like that about this segment. The main event match wasn't good, but it was all about getting Sheamus over, really, and getting the pin on Daniel Bryan after the distraction from Piper earlier on in the night. They had that little thing going on, so it made sense.
I'd give it that, yeah.
Is that what you got to say?
Well, it's just I really felt that the ending was dragged on a bit, but it did give us the Sheamus thing, but it's all about legends and self-direction towards Extreme Rules.
And, well, that was what this show was about, so we have to take that into account. Overall thoughts on this show then, Jay, and I think I have a good idea what you're going to say.
Okay, I think they've done their job by getting the legends involved as much as they can, but a lot of this was filler. It was short matches, wrestlers that we haven't seen in a while, just doing absolutely nothing. But the main things was Kane, Big Show and Cody, Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. They're the three things that stood out in this, but the rest, it just weren't really directional towards Extreme Rules.
I'll echo what NJ said there. Basically, you had a lot of legends over there, and it was good. I mean, that is what the legends are there for, to try and milk nostalgia pops and stuff. You had them a lot throughout the segment. There was a lot of filler on here. And I guess we kind of expected that going in because of the whole Legends thing. They did a really good job with the Kane-Orton feud. The main event feud was highlighted. I mean, you had Sheamus and Daniel Bryan appearing in different parts of the show and in the main event. That was a good way of doing it. And putting Sheamus over with all the Legends afterwards was a nice way of getting Sheamus over. The Cody Rhodes Big Show feud wasn't hyped brilliantly, but you had Dusty Rhodes involved in the dashing tips thing. Oh, that was some funny shit. And so it was. I mean, I didn't really enjoy this Raw that much, personally. I didn't think it was very... Oh, sorry, I'm used to doing live Raws. That's the problem. Smackdown, Smackdown. This is what we're reviewing. Smackdown, brother. I mean, it wasn't a great show. I mean, like you said, it didn't give us much feel for Extreme Rules, but I guess that's not what this show was there to do, was it, Vince McMahon? So, I mean, it wasn't the greatest show of shows, in my opinion. A couple of positives, but a lot of negatives. I guess the biggest positive was the Legends, I guess, really.
They did their part in the show to give it a good feeling, but it's just that I don't really enjoy the SmackDown. That's the main thing. I didn't come out thinking, oh, SmackDown was great. They did their job perfectly. But the Legends stole the show, so I give it that.
C- from me.
I'm going to give it a bit higher, C, thanks to Kane.
Kane usually bumps your grade up quite highly, doesn't he?
Oh, he does indeed.
Anyway, guys, you've seen how much fun we've had in this review. Let's hope you had fun watching this show. I don't know if you did or not, but there we go. And make sure you put your thoughts down in that comment section below. Thank you once again for watching this video, guys. Remember, tomorrow is going to be our discussion video on whether Rock winning at WrestleMania was the right decision. Q&A on Friday as well. Don't forget that. Now they switched around, and now we're going to pass you over to the real main event, surrounded by imaginary British Fish legends. It's MJ.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm not really a fan of family reunions, but anyway, people, thank you very much for tuning in to this Smackdown review. Leave your thoughts about the good, the bad, and the ugly in the comment section below. Until next time, people, well, Mr. Parkin and me, MJ. Goodbye.